Just want to be careful with those girls, Biff, that's all. Don't make any promises, no promises of any kind. Because a girl, they always believe what you tell them. And you're very young, Biff. You're too young to be talking seriously to girls. Too young entirely, Biff. You want to watch your schooling first. Then, when you're all set, there will be plenty of girls for a boy like you. That's so. The girls pay for you? Boy, you must really be making a hit. I've been wondering why you polish the car so careful. Ha! Don't leave the hubcaps, boys. Get the chamois to the hubcaps. Happy? Use newspaper on the windows. It's the easiest thing. Show them how to do it, Biff. You doing all right? Biff, first thing we gotta do when we get time is clip that big branch over the house. Afraid it's gonna fall in a storm and hit the roof. Tell you what, we get a rope and sling her around, and then we climb up there with a couple of saws and take her down. Soon as you finish the car, boys, I want to see ya. I got a surprise for you, boys.
What you got, Dad?
No, you finish first. Never leave a job till you're finished. Remember that. Biff, up in Albany, I saw a beautiful hammock. I think I'll buy an extra, and we'll hang it right between those two elms. Wouldn't that be something, just swinging under there in those branches? Boy, that would be...
How's that, Pop? Professional?
Terrific job. Boys, good job, Biff.
Where's your surprise, Pop?
In the back seat of the car.
Boy. What is it, Dad? Tell me, what'd you buy?
Never mind. Something I want you to have.
What is it, Hap? It's a punching bag. Oh, Pop.
It's got Jeannie Tooney's signature on it.
Gee, how'd you know we wanted a punching bag?
Well, it's the finest thing for the timing.
I'm losing weight. You notice, Pop?
Jumping rope is good too.
Did you see the new football I got?
Where'd you get a new ball?
The coach told me to practice my passing.
That's so. And he gave you the ball, huh?
Well, I borrowed it from the locker room. Haha.
I want you to return that.
I told you he wouldn't like it. Well, I'm bringing it back. Oh, I'm bringing it back.
Sure. He's gonna practice with the regulation ball, doesn't he?
Oh,
Coach will probably congratulate you on your invite.
Oh, he keeps congratulating my initiative all the time, Pop.
That's because he likes you. If somebody else took that ball, there'd be an uproar. So what's the report, boys? What's the report?
Where'd you go this time, Dad? Gee, we were lonesome for you.
Lonesome, huh?
Missed you every minute.
Don't you say. Tell you a secret, boys. Don't breathe it all to a soul. Someday I'll have my own business, and I'll never have to leave home anymore.
Like Uncle Charlie, hey?
Bigger than Uncle Charlie. Because Charlie is not liked. He's liked, but he's not well liked.
Where'd you go this time, Dad?
Well, I got on the road and I went to North Province. Met the mayor.
The mayor of Providence?
He was sitting in the hotel lobby.
What'd he say?
He said, "Morning," and I said, "You got a fine city here, Mayor." And then he had a coffee with me, and then I went to Waterbury. Waterbury is a fine city. Big clock city. The famous Waterbury clock. Sold a nice bill there, and then Boston. Boston is the cradle of the Revolution. A fine city. A couple of other towns in Mass, and on Portland and Bangor and straight home.
Gee, I'd love to go with you sometimes, Dad.
Soon as summer comes.
Promise?
You and Hap and I'll show you all the towns. America's full of beautiful towns and fine, upstanding people. And they know me, boys. They know me up and down New England, the finest people. And when I bring you fellas up there, there'll be an open sesame for all of us. 'Cause one thing, boys, I have friends. I can park my car in any street in New England and the cops protect it like it's their own. This summer, hey?
Yeah, you bet.
We'll take out our bathing suits.
We'll carry your bags, Pop.
Oh, won't that be something? Me coming to the Boston stores with you boys, carrying my bags? What a sensation.
You
You nervous, Biff, about the game?
Not if you're gonna be there.
What did they say about you in school, now that they made you captain?
There's a crowd of girls behind him every time the classes change. This Saturday, Pop, this Saturday, just for you, I'm going to take a break through the touchdown. You're supposed to pass. I'm taking one play for Pop. You watch me, Pop, and when I take off my helmet, that means I'm breaking out. Then you watch me crash through that line.
Oh, wait till I tell you this in Boston. Oh, I skipped the page.
Oh, wait, did I too? Did I skip it too? No, we didn't. We ended off with
Oh, you're right. Oh, wait till I'll tell you this in Boston.
Bernard.
I'll be Bernard.
Okay.
Biff! Where are you? You were supposed to study with me today. Hey, look at Bernard. What are you looking so anemic about, Bernard? He's got to study, Uncle Willie. He's got regents next week.
Let's box, Bernard.
Biff. Listen, Biff. I heard Mr. Birnbaum say that if you don't start studying math, he's going to flunk you, and you won't graduate. I heard him. You better study with him, Biff. Go ahead now. I heard him.
Oh, Pop, you didn't see my sneakers.
Hey, that's a beautiful job of printing. Just because he printed University of Virginia on the sneakers doesn't mean they've got to graduate him, Uncle Willie. What are you talking about? With scholarships to 3 universities, they're gonna flunk him? But I heard Mr. Burnham say, well, don't be a pest, Bernard. What an anemic. Don't stop.
What an anemic?
Okay, I'm waiting for you in my house, Biff. Bernard is not well liked, is he?
He's liked, but he's not well liked. That's right, Pop.
That's what I mean. Bernard can get into the best marks in school, you understand? But when he gets out of the business road, you understand? You're going to be 5 times ahead of him. That's why I thank Almighty God you're both built like Adonis is. Because the man who makes an appearance in the business world, the man who creates personal interest, is the man who gets ahead. Be liked and you will never want. You take me, for instance. I have never waited in line for something to see a buyer. Willie Loman is here, that's all they have to know, and I go right through.
Did you knock him dead, Pop?
Knocked them cold in Province, slaughtered them in Boston.
I'm losing weight, you notice, Pop? I can Melinda. Hello, dear.
Why did you do that?
Well, she was entering.
Unreal. Like, unreal. Sweetheart.
How'd the Chevy run?
Chevrolet, Linda. It's the greatest car ever built. Since when did you let your mother carry wash up the stairs?
Grab hold there, boy. Where to, Mom? Hang them up a line, and you better go down to your friends, Biff. The cellar's full of boys. They don't know what to do with themselves. When Pop comes over, they can wait. When Pop comes home, they can wait.
You better go down and tell them what to do, Biff.
I think I'll have them sweep out the furnace room.
Good work, Biff.
Fellas, everybody sweep out the furnace room. I'll be right down.
All right. Okay, Biff.
George and Sam and Frank, come out back. We're hanging up the wash. Come on, Hap, on the double. The way they obey him.
Well, the training, I'm telling you. I was selling thousands and thousands, but I had to come home.
Oh, the block, I'll be at that game. Did you sell anything?
I did 500 gross in Providence and 700 gross in Boston.
No, wait a minute. I got a pencil. That makes your commission $200. My God, $212.
Well, I didn't figure it out yet, but
How much did you do?
well, I did about 180 gross in Providence. Well, no, it came to roughly 200 gross on the whole trip.
200 gross? That's...
The trouble was that 3 of the stores were half closed in inventory in Boston. Otherwise, I would have broke records.
Well, it makes $70 and some pennies. That's very good.
What do we owe?
Well, on the first, there's $60 on the refrigerator.
Why 16?
Well, the fan belt broke, so it was $1.80.
But it's brand new.
Well, the man said that's the way it is, so they work themselves in, you know?
I hope he didn't get stuck on the machine.
They got the biggest ads out of any of them.
I know, it's a fine machine. What else?
Well, there is $96 for the washing machine, and for the vacuum cleaner, it is $3.50 due on the 15th. Then the roof, you got $21 remaining.
It don't leak, does it?
No, they did a wonderful job. Then you owe Frank for the carburetor. I'm not gonna pay that man. I actually can't see your book. I'm not gonna pay that man.
I'm not gonna pay that man. That goddamn Chevrolet, they ought to prohibit the manufacture of that car.
Well, you owe him $3.50, and odds and ends comes to around $120 by the 15th.
$120? My God! If business don't pick up, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Well, next week you'll do better.
Oh, well, I'll knock him dead next week. I'll go to Hartford. I'm very well liked in Hartford. You know, the trouble is, Linda, people don't seem to take to me.
Sorry.
To take to me.
Oh, don't be foolish.
I know it. When I walk in, they seem to laugh at me.
Why? Why would they laugh at you? Don't talk that way, Willie.
I don't know the reason for it. They pass me by. I'm not noticed.
But you're doing wonderful, dear. You're making $70 to $100 a week.
But I gotta be at it to 10, 12 hours a day. Other men, I don't know. They do it easier. I don't know why I can't stop myself. I talk too much. A man ought to come to me a few words. One thing about Charlie, he's a man of a few words. They respect him.
You don't talk too much. You're just lively.
Well, I figure, what the hell? Life is short. A couple of jokes.
Okay.
I joke too much.
Why?
I'm fat. I'm very foolish to look at. And I didn't tell you, Christmas time, I happened to be calling on FH Stewart's. And the salesman, I know, I was going to see the buyer. I heard him say something about walrus. And I cracked him right across the face. I won't take that. I will not take that. But they do laugh at me. I know that.
Darling.
I gotta overcome it. I know. I gotta overcome it. I'm not dressing to advantage, maybe.
Well, Willie, darling, you're the handsomest man in the world.
Oh no, Linda.
To me, you are the handsomest. What time is that? Roll call. Oh, I have 3 minutes to go to roll call. And the boys, Willie. Few men are idolized by their children the way you are.
You're the best there is, Linda. You're a pal. You know that? On the road, I want to grab you sometimes and just kiss the life out of you.
You're so nice.
Because I get so lonely. Especially when business is bad, there's nobody to talk to. I get the feeling that I'll never sell anything again. That I won't make a living for you. Or a business for the boys. There's so much I want to make for.
Me? You didn't make me, Willie? I picked you.
You picked me?
I did. I've been sitting at the desk watching all the salesmen go by, day in, day out. We've got such a sense of humor, and we do have such a good time together, don't we?
Sure. Why do you have to go now?
It's 2 o'clock.
No. Come on in.
My sisters will be scandalized when you'll be back.
Oh, 2 weeks ago. Will you come up again? It's on your leg! It's on you!
Stop, you're scaring me. Catherine.
It's right there. It was literally on your leg. It's right there. And it was literally on your leg. I'm so serious. Oh my God.
What is that? Don't tell me.
Stink bug.
I'm literally gonna...
Oh my God, I'm not closet.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 weeks about. Will you come up again?
Sure thing. You do make me laugh. It's good for me. And I think you're a wonderful man.
You pick me.
Sure, because you're so sweet. And such a kidder.
Well, I'll see you next time. I'm in Boston.
I'll put you right there through the buyers.
Right, well, bottoms up!
You just kill me, Willie. You kill me. And thanks for the stockings. I love a lot of stockings. Well, good night.
Good night, and keep your pores open.
Oh, Willie.
That's gross.
That's so gross. You are Willie, the handsomest man. You've got no reason to feel that.
I'll make it all up to you, Linda.
There's nothing to make up, dear. You're doing fine. Better than
What's that?
just mending my stockings. They're so expensive.
I won't have you mending stockings in this house. Now throw them out.
Where is he if he doesn't... Wait, you're Bernard.
Where is he? If he doesn't study,
You'll give him...
you'll give him the answers. I do, but I can't on Regents. That's a state exam. They're liable to arrest me. Where is he? I'll whip him. I'll whip him.
And you'd better give back that football, Willie. It's not nice.
Biff, where is he? Why is he taking everything?
He's too rough with the girls, Willie. All the mothers are afraid of him.
I'll whip him. He's driving the car without a license. Shut up.
All the mothers...
Shut up. Mr. Burnham says he's stuck up. Get out of here. If he doesn't buckle down, he'll flunk math.
He's right, Willie. You gotta.
There's nothing the matter with him. You want him to be a worm like Bernard? He's got spirit, personality. Loaded with it. Loaded. What is he stealing? He's giving it back, isn't he? Why is he stealing? What did I tell him? I never in my life told him anything but decent things.
Let's go now. Come on.
Huh? Why did she have to wax the floor herself? Every time she waxes the floor, she kneels over. She knows that. Shh.
Take it easy. What brought you back tonight?
I got an awful scare. Nearly hit a kid in Yonkers. God, why didn't I go to Alaska with my brother Ben that time? Ben, that man was a genius. The man was success incarnate. What a mistake. He begged me to go.
Well, there's no use in...
You guys, there was a man, started with the clothes in his back and ended up with the diamond mines.
Boy, someday I'd like to know how he did it.
You're not in the frame. What's the mystery? The man knew what he wanted and went out and got it. Walked into a jungle and come out at the age of 21 and he's rich. The world is an oyster, but you didn't crack it open on a mattress.
Papa, I told you I'm gonna retire you for life.
You'll retire me for life on $70 goddamn a week, and your woman, and your car, and your apartment, and you'll retire me for life? Christ's sake, I couldn't get past Yonkers today. Where are you guys? Where are you? The woods are burning. I can't drive a car.
I can reach Charlie. Everything alright? Yeah, everything's...
What's the matter?
I heard some noise. I thought something happened. Can't we do something about the walls? You sneeze in here and my house has to blow off.
This is such a bad writing.
Let's go to bed, Dad. Come on.
You go ahead. I'm not tired at the moment.
Take it easy, huh? Oh, wait, no. Take it easy, huh?
What are you doing up?
Couldn't sleep good. I had heartburn.
Well, you don't know how to eat.
I ate with my mouth.
No, you're ignorant. You ought to know what vitamins and things like that.
Come on, let's shoot. Tire you out a little.
Alright, you got cards?
Yeah, I got them. Someplace. What is it with those vitamins?
They build up your bones. Chemistry.
Yeah, but there's no bones in heartburn.
What are you talking about? Do you know the first thing about it?
Don't get insulted.
Don't talk to me about something you don't know anything about.
What are you doing home?
A little trouble with the car.
Oh. I'd like to take a trip to California.
Don't say.
You want a job?
I got a job. I told you that.
What the hell are you offering me
What
a
the
job
hell are you offering me a job for?
Don't get insulted.
Don't insult me.
I don't see no sense in it. You don't have to go on this way.
I got a good job. What do you keep coming in here for?
You want me to go?
I can't understand it. He's going back to Texas again. What the hell is that?
Let him go.
I got nothing to give him. Charlie, I'm clean. I'm clean.
He won't starve. None of them starve. Forget about him.
You take it too hard. Oh, then what do I have to remember?
You take it too hard. To hell with it. When a deposit bottle is broken, you don't get your nickel back.
That's easy enough for you to say.
That ain't easy for me to say.
Do you see the ceiling I put in the living room?
Yeah, that's a piece of work. To put up a ceiling is a mystery to me. How'd you do it?
What's the difference?
Well, talk about it.
You gotta put up a ceiling.
How could I put up a ceiling?
Then what the hell are you bothering me for?
You're insulted again.
A man who can't handle tools is not a man. You're disgusting.
Don't call me disgusting, Willie.
Getting awfully tired, Ben.
Good. Keep playing. You'll sleep better. Did you call me Ben?
That's funny. For a second there, you reminded me of my brother Ben.
I only have a few minutes. You never heard from him again, huh? Since that time?
Didn't Lita tell you? A couple of weeks ago, we got a letter from his wife in Africa. He died.
That's so. So this is Brooklyn, eh? Maybe you're in for some of his money.
Nah, he had 7 sons. There's just one opportunity I had with that man.
I must make a train, William. There are several properties I'm looking at in Alaska.
Sure. If I'd gone with him to Alaska that time, everything would have been totally different.
Go on. You froze. You froze to death up there.
What are you talking about?
Opportunity is tremendous in Alaska, William. Surprised you're not up there.
Sure. Tremendous.
Hey.
There was only one man I ever met who knew the answers.
Who? How are you all?
Fine.
Pretty sharp tonight.
Is Mother living with you? Oh,
is Mother living with you?
no. She died a long time ago.
Who? That's too bad. Fine messing with a lady, Mother.
Huh?
I hope to see the I hope to see the older girl. Who died? Heard anything from Father, have you?
What do you mean, who died?
What are you talking about? William, it's 8:30.
That's my bill.
I put the ace.
If you don't know how to play the game, I'm not going to throw my money away on you.
It was my ace, for God's sake.
I'm through.
When did Mother die?
Long ago. Since the beginning, you've never knew how to play cards.
Alright, next time I'll bring a deck with 5 aces.
I don't play that kind of game.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ignoramus.
So you're William.
Ben, I've been waiting for you so long. What's the answer? How'd you do it?
Oh, there's a story in that. Am I Linda too? Yeah, I can be Linda. Is this Ben?
How do you
do, my dear? Where have you been all these years? Willie's always wondered why you.
Where's Dad? Didn't you follow him? How did you get started?
Well, I don't know how much. This is so happy. Well, I don't know how much you remember.
Well, I was just a baby, of course. Only 3 or 4 years old.
3 years and 11 months.
What a memory, Ben.
I have many enterprises, William, and I've never kept books.
I remember I was sitting under a wagon in, was it Nebraska?
It was South Dakota, and I gave you a bunch of wildflowers.
I remember you walking away down some open road.
I was going to find Father in Alaska.
Where is he?
At that age, I had very faculty view of geography, William, so I discovered after a few days that I was heading due south, so instead of Alaska, I ended up in Africa. Africa?
The Gold Coast.
Principally diamond mines. Diamond mines? Yes, my dear, but I have only a few minutes.
No, boys. Listen to this. This is your Uncle Ben, a great man. Tell my boys, Ben.
Why, boys, when I was 17, I walked into the jungle, and when I was 21, I walked out. And by God, was I rich. I was rich.
You see what I'm talking about? The greatest things can happen.
I have an appointment at Ketchikan Tuesday week.
No, Ben, please. Please tell about Dad. I want my boys to hear. I want them to know the kind of stuff they spring from. All I remember is a man with a big beard, and I was in Mama's lap, sitting around a fire, and some kind of high music.
His flute. He played the flute.
Sure, the flute. That's right.
Father was a very great and very wild-hearted man. We would start in Boston, and he'd toss the whole family into the wagon. And then he'd drive the team right across the country through Ohio, and Indiana, Michigan, and Illinois, and all the western states. And he'd stop in the towns and sell the feuds that he made along the way. A great inventor, Father. With one gadget, he made more in a week than a man like you could make in a lifetime.
That's just the way I'm bringing them up, Ben. Rugged, well-liked, all around.
Yeah? Hit that boy as hard as you can. Oh, no, sir. Come on, get to me.
Go to it, Biff. Go ahead. Show him.
Okay. Why must he fight, dear? Good boy, good boy.
How's that, Ben? Huh?
Give him the left, Biff. Why are you fighting? Good boy. Look out, Biff. Gee.
These are all you.
Yeah. Gee. Never fight fair with a stranger, boy. You never get out of the jungle that way. It was an honor and pleasure to meet you, Linda. Have a nice trip. And good luck with your... What do you do?
Selling.
Yes, well...
No, Ben, I don't want you to think it's Brooklyn. I know, but we hunt too.
Really now?
Oh, sure. There's snakes and rabbits, and that's why I moved out here. My Biff can fell any of these trees in no time. Boys, go right over to where they're building the apartment houses and get some sand. We're gonna rebuild the entire front stoop right now. Watch this, Ben.
Yes, sir, on the double hat. I lost weight, Pop, you notice?
I'll be trying
okay,
to.
Yeah.
Listen, if they steal any more from that building, that watchman, I'll put the chops on them.
Don't let Biff...
You should have seen the lumber they brought home last week. At least a dozen 6x10s worth of all kinds of money. Listen, if that watchman, I gave them hell, understand? But I got a couple of fearless characters out there. Willie, the jail's all full of fearless characters.
And the stock exchange, friend.
Where's the rest of your pants? My wife bought them. You know, all you need is a golf club and you can go upstairs and they'll go to sleep. Great athlete. Between him and his son Bernard, they can hammer a nail.
Oh, my Bernard. The watchman's chasing Biff.
Shut up. He's not stealing anything.
Where is he, Biff, dear?
There's nothing wrong. What's the matter with you?
Nervy boy. Good.
Oh, nervous of iron? That Biff. Don't you know what it is? My New England man comes back and he's bleeding. The mirror to him up there. It's contacts, Charlie. I got important contacts. Glad to hear it, Willie. Come in later and we'll shoot a little casino. I'll take some of your Portland money. Business is bad. It's murderous. But not for me, of course.
I'll stop by on my way to Africa.
Can't you stay a few days? You're just what I need, Ben. Because I have a fine position here, but Dad left when I was such a baby. I've never had a chance to talk to him, and I still feel kind of temporary about myself.
I'll be late for my train, so...
Ben, my boys, can we talk? They'd go into Jaws for help for me, but I...
William, you're being first rate with your boys. Outstanding. Manly chaps.
Oh, Ben, that's good to hear, because sometimes I'm afraid that I'm not teaching them the right kind of... Ben, how should I teach them?
William, when I walked into the jungle, I was 17. When I walked out, I was 21. And by God, I was rich.
Was rich. That's just the spirit I wanted to imbue with them. To walk to jungle, I was right. I was right. I was right.
Willie, dear. Willie?
I was right.
Did you have some cheese? It's very late, darling. Come to bed, huh?
Gotta break your neck to see a star in this yard.
You coming in?
Whatever happened to the diamond watch fob, remember? When Ben came up for Africa that time, didn't he give me a watch fob with a diamond in it?
You pawned it, dear. 12, 13 years ago? For Best Radio Correspondence course?
Gee, that was a beautiful thing. I'll take a walk.
But you're in your slippers.
I was right. I was. What a man. There was a man worth talking to. I was right.
But in your slippers, Willie. What is he doing out there? Shh. God almighty, Mom, how long has he been doing this? Don't. He'll hear you. What the hell is the matter with him? It'll pass by morning. Shouldn't we do anything? Oh, my dear, you should do a lot of things, but there's nothing to do, so go to sleep. I've never heard him so loud, Mom. We'll come around more often, you'll hear him. Why didn't you ever write me about this, Mom? How could I write to you? For over 3 months, you had no address. I was on the move. I was on the move, but I thought of you all the time. You know that, don't you, Pop? I know, dear, I know, but he likes to have a letter just to know there's a possibility for better things. He's not like this all the time, is he? It's when you come home is always the worst. When I come home? When you write he's coming, he's all smiles and talks about the future, and he's just wonderful. And the closer you seem to come, the more shaky he gets, and then by the time you're here, he's arguing, he seems angry at you. I think it's just that maybe he can't bring himself to open up to you. Why are you so hateful to each other? Why is that? I'm not hateful, Mom. But sooner come in the door than you're fighting. I don't know why. I mean to change. I'm trying, Mom. You understand? Are you home to stay now? I don't know. I want to look around, see what's doing. Biff, you can't look around all your life, can you? I just can't take hold, Mom. I can't take hold of all some kind of life. Biff, a man is not a bird to come and go with the springtime. Your hair got so gray. Oh, it's been gray since we were in high school. I just stopped dyeing it is all. Dye it again, will ya? I don't want my pal looking old. You're just a boy. You think you can get away for a year and you've got something in your head now that one day you'll knock on this door and there'll be strange people here? What are you talking about? I'm not even 60, Mom. But what about your father? Well, I met him too. He admires Pop. Biff, dear, if you don't have any feeling for him, then you can't have any feeling for me. Sure I can, Mom. No, you can't just come to see me because I love him. He's the dearest man in the world to me, and I want anyone making you feel unwanted and low and blue. You've got to make up your mind now, darling. There's no leeway anymore. Either he's your father and you pay him that respect, or else you're not to come here. I know he's not easy to get on with. I know he's not easy to get along with. Nobody knows that better than me. But
Hey Biffo.
What the hell is the matter with him? Don't go near him. Stop making excuses for him. He always wiped the floor with you. Never had an ounce of respect for you. He's always had respect for her. What the hell do you know about it? Just don't call him crazy. He's got no character. Charlie wouldn't do this, not in his way house, spewing out the vomit from his mind. Charlie never had to cope with what he's got to. People are worse off than Willie Logan, believe me, I've seen them. Then make Charlie your father, Beth. You can't do that, can you? I don't say he's a great man. Willie Loman never made a lot of money. His name was never in the paper. He's not the finest character that ever lived. But he's a human being, and a terrible thing is happening to him. So attention must be paid. He's not allowed to fall into his grave like an old dog. Attention must finally be paid to such a person. You called him crazy. I didn't mean. No, a lot of people think he's lost his balance, but you don't have to be very smart to know what his trouble is. The man is exhausted. Sure, a small man can be just as exhausted as a great man. He worked for a company 36 years this March. Opens up unheard of territories to their trademarks, and now in his old age, they take his salary away. I didn't know that, Mom. You never asked, my dear. Now that you got your spending money someplace, you don't got to trouble your mind with him. But I gave you money last Christmas time, $50 to fix the hot water. It cost $97.50. For 5 weeks, he's been on straight commission like a beginner, an unknown. Those ungrateful bastards. Are they any worse than his sons? When he brought them businesses when he was young, they were glad to see him, but now his old friends, old buyers that loved him so and always found him some order to hand in a pinch, they're all dead, retired. He used to be able to make 6, 7 calls a day in Boston. Now he takes his valises out of the car and puts them back in and takes them out again, and he's exhausted. Instead of walking, he talks now. He drives 700 miles, and what gets there? No one knows him anymore. No one welcomes him. And what goes through a man's mind driving 700 miles home without having earned a cent? Why shouldn't he talk to himself? Why? When he has to go to Charlie and borrow $50 a week and pretend to me that it's his pay. How long can that go on? How long? You see what I'm sitting here and waiting for, and you tell me that he has no character? The man who never worked a day but for your benefit? When does he get the medal for that? Is this his reward to turn around at the age of 63 and find his sons who he loved better than to his life, a philandering bum? Mom, that's all you are, my baby. And you, what happened to the love you had for him? You were such pals. I used to talk to him on the phone every night, how lonely he was till he could come home to you. All right, Mom, I'll live here in my room, and I'll get a job. I'll keep away from him, that's all. No, Biff, you can't stay here and fight all the time. He threw me out of this house, remember that? Why did you do that? I never knew why. Because I know he's a fake, and he doesn't like anybody around who knows. Why a fake? In what way? What do you mean? Just don't lay it all at my feet. It's between me and him. That's all I have to say. I'll chip in from now on. He'll settle for half of my paycheck. He'll be all right. I'm going to bed. He won't be all right. I hate the city, and I'll stay here. Now, what do you want? He's dying, Biff. Why is he dying? He's been trying to kill himself. How? I live from day to day. What are you talking about? Remember I wrote you that he smashed up that car again in February? Well, the insurance inspector came. He said that they have evidence that all these accidents in the last year, well, they weren't accidents. How can they tell that? That's a lie. It seems there's a woman. What woman? And this woman, what? Nothing. Go ahead. What did you say? Nothing. I just said what woman. What about her? Well, it seems she was walking down the road and saw his car. She says that he wasn't driving fast at all and that he didn't skid. She says that he came to that little bridge and then desperately smashed into the railing. Deliberately smashed into the railing. And it was only the shallowness of the water that saved him. Oh no, he probably just fell asleep again. I don't think he fell asleep. Why not? Last month. Oh boys, it's so hard to say a thing like this. He's just a big stupid man to you, but I tell you, there's more good men than people. Other people. I was looking for a fuse. The lights blew out, and I went down to the cellar, and behind the fuse box I happened to fall out was a length of rubber pipe, just short. No kidding. There's a little attachment on the end of it. I knew right away. And sure enough, on the bottom of the water heater, there's a little nipple on the gas pipe. That jerk! Did you have it taken off? I'm ashamed to. How can I mention it to him? Every day I go down and take away that little rubber pipe. When he comes home, I put it back where it was. How can I insult him that way? I don't know his mind. Sounds so old-fashioned and silly, but I tell you, we put his whole life in you and you turned your backs on him. Biff, I swear to God, Biff, his life is in your hands. How do you like that, damn fool? All right, pal, all right. It's all settled now. I've been remiss. I know that, Mom, but now I'll stay. I'll swear to you, I'll apply myself. It's just, you see, Mom, I don't fit in business. Not that I won't try. I'll try and I'll make good. Sure you will. The trouble with you in business was you never try to please people. I know. Like when you worked for Harrison. Bob Harrison said you were tops, and then you go and do some damn foolish thing like whistling whole songs in the elevator like a comedian. So what? I like to whistle sometimes. You don't raise a guy at a responsible job who whistles in the elevator. Well, don't argue about it now. Like when you go off and swim in the middle of the day instead of taking his line around. Why don't you run off? You take off sometimes, don't you, on a nice summer day? Yeah, but I cover myself. Boys! If I'm gonna take a fade, the boss can call any number where I'm supposed to be, and I swear to him that I just left.
I'm just doing my stretches. My knee hurts.
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait, where was I? Oh yeah. Screw the business world. Alright, screw it. Great, but cover yourself. Ha. I don't care what they think. They've laughed at that for years, and you know why? Because we don't belong in the house of a city. We should be missing cement on some plane or carpenters. A carpenter's allowed to whistle.